Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the top 4 of Space Jam Sydney, the championship, to figure out who's going to get that last belt, who's going to get the blue version of the Space Jam Championship belt. Super excited here. My co-host for this round is
Ryan Moisture Farmer. And little known fact, Dion, if you combine all the belts together, they turn into a giant robot.
Correct, but nobody managed to win all 4. It'll be curious to see where this belt ends up going. The Space Jam Chicago belt won by William Hagewood. Then we had the Space Jam Rome belt, which was won by Timo Lars. Then Space Jam LA was won by I'm spacing on the name. It just happened. Oh no.
Garrett. Just kidding. That's who's going to win Jank Tank Open tonight, because that's why I had bet on against Akhter. Sorry. It was. I'm
literally just pulling up the list right now. I feel bad.
Pablo? Was it Pablo? I can't remember.
No, it was Rodrigo.
That's
Rodrigo with the Separatists, and then
right.
Today we have another place. So that means we had a belt ship to the U.S. We had one to Germany. Rodrigo, it wasn't in the U.S. I don't remember exactly where it is, but
yeah.
And we have 4 players from 4 different countries in the top 4 here today. Akhter is out of Australia. Enno is from Germany. Captain Sebastian is in the U.S. and Wouta is in Sweden. So like all over the place. Super excited.
Akhter's the only one left representing his territory.
That's right. And here's the thing. Let's talk about Enno and Akhter just a little bit. Both of them have played in all 4 of the Space Jam events. Akhter,
incredible.
And have made the cut in, I think, all of them. Maybe Enno missed one cut. But Akhter's flown the same exact list. Enno has been slowly evolving his list, and now
Correct.
He has a little bit of a twist here that we'll talk about right now, because Farmer's going to give us the Farmer Breakdown.
You're in the Farmer Breakdown zone. All right, on the left side of our list, you got Akhter Khan. He's running those 2 Zealous recruits. You got 4 Cartel Spacers, 2 with Tractor Beam, and 2 with Ion Cannon. You'll see that he usually breaks them up into 2 groups, splitting them evenly behind one of each type of ship. And he likes to kind of lead off with those Tractor Beams, reduce the agility, get those Ion shots to then follow up, and using these Zealous recruits as the hitters. On the right side of your screen, you got Enno running Dengar with Predator, Jamming Beam, Punishing 1, R5 TK, Boba Fett with Fearless Jamming Beam, Maul, Shield Upgrade, Slave 1, and the twist, Dion, Gargor, G4RG0R in the Seek Fighter. Gargor is a really fascinating little ship here. Dion, what does he do?
So Gargor is M38 pilot, obviously, whose ability says after you defend each ship at range 0 suffers 1 critical damage. So it's like, hey, shoot me, and you take crits if you're at range 0 of me, aka you basically just leave this little guy alone, which is bad. Because then you have a ship that you're not shooting if it's getting into range 1. Because Enno, I'm expecting him to, play with just like no abandon. You just take, Gargor and shove him into range 1 and be okay with it.
Yeah, he is excellent as a blocker. Because especially with how many ships that he has, that Akhter has, he does not want to be taking, 1 damage on a lot of them. So the good news is, this is the exact kind of list that Gargor likes to see. We've seen this Boba Dengar have a lot of success recently, and we've seen Dengar outfitted in a lot of different ways, right? We've seen him with no Punishing 1 and proton torpedoes. We've seen him with no Punishing 1 and, like a bunch like auto blasters and everything. This Dengar, though, is a little more in line with what we would quote unquote traditionally see. R5 TK. Now,
yes.
I want you to be aware of this, everyone in the chat. R5 TK lets you shoot at your own ships. So it's so cheeky. If Gargor gets these blocks in, Dengar or Boba Fett could just choose to shoot at him, choose like even really, really bad shots, and deal free damage to some of these ships. That's huge. That kind of tech can allow you to get damage on ships that would normally be very, very difficult to get.
And
damage.
you can fire the jamming beam at it, which doesn't do any damage.
Exactly. For once, the jamming beam actually playing a role here.
Jamming beam meta.
The jamming beam, Gargor, R5 TK wrecked meta. Like, that's, if you don't realize this when that's across the board from you, it could really spell some disaster for you. Now, I'm sure Akhter, we're in the top 4. All these players are excellent at kind of analyzing the opposing list, right? Mm-hmm. But man, it's just another thing that you need to be aware of here, because Boba Fett, this Boba Fett Fearless, Maul, Shield, Slave 1, just really good at being arc dodgy. It is going to be it's such an excellent wrinkle to this archetype happening.
Yeah, the first person I experienced playing this was one of my locals, James Sanghuro. He had a different loadout, but just seeing Gargor be effective, and especially there's situations where you might have. So when we're saying Gargor, by the way, that's G4R because 4 equals A. Anyway, Gargor.
VM.
VM, yes, don't forget the last name. You could have situations where you have Gargor in for a block, but you have Boba Fett and or Dengar at range 3, but out of range of the other ones. That's a way to basically stretch your range for your attacks just a little bit and have guaranteed damage.
That guaranteed damage is like really, really big.
Yep.
Because
the initiative 0 on Gargor also just shows, like, Akhter brings initiative 1 to make sure that he has the space to move where he's got to go. But how about I bring somebody who's initiative 0?
It is not often, Dion, that Akhter has to worry about ships moving before him.
Yeah.
Now, it could be entirely possible. And the other thing that Gargor does here is, let's say at the top of the screen, Akhter decides to just turn in and shoot at Gargor. Like, that's fine. It's only 28 points. It just means that he's soaking up with that 3 agility a whole bunch of shots from Dengar or Boba Fett. It stretches out the game.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I'm sorry. And I did misspeak. Boba Fett cannot fire at Gargor, so it's only Dengar who can do it.
It's only Dengar that can do that because of the R5 TK droid. So, I mean, but whatever, right? Like, that's why you see them close together here.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dion? Do you try to get that 28 points, kill Gargor, and be like, I gotta get it. He's too much of a pain. He's too dangerous to be left alive. Or do you say, no, whatever. I will let him bump me, and I won't shoot at him. And if Dengar shoots at him, that's shots that Dengar's not taking on me.
Yep. I think that's the problem that Enno is presenting, saying, listen, you can shoot at Dengar, or you can shoot at this 28-point piece. You choose.
I really like this yellow zealous recruit just turning in right on Boba to start. These recruits are one of the few ships that can actually kind of hang with Boba at range 1 just a little bit. And I love that he could then next turn wrap around towards the middle of the board to get a flank onto Mr. Dengar and Gargor.
Mr. Dengar. Dengar wears a tie.
Gargar. I don't know what the ship name is for shipping them, but yeah. Very interesting.
Did we lose a connection or something? I don't know. Kind of seemed frozen.
Baby, come back.
Did we lose Enno? There you go. We actually have the Arm and Hammer in the chat. We were just deciding on action. Okay. If this archetype ends up being a big deal, you call it Dengor.
Dengor.
All right.
Dengor Fett. Did that block? It did block. What a cheeky play. I love it. Good block by Akhter.
There you go. And Dengar moving in one straight, threatening here.
The joust. That's an excellent block by Akhter there on Boba Fett, keeping him from being able to kind of reposition around and get closer in to help.
All right. I wonder who the call is here.
I'm going to be honest with you, Dion. I think you shoot at Gargor here with your ships if you can. Just get him off the board.
Oh, just kill your own ship. Dengar. Oh, that looks weird. It's going to be firing at the ion cannon cartel spacer, the red one. Three dice, one of each.
Ooh.
Oh, decisions.
That Predator reroll because of the bullseye, don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people sometimes think, why do you have a bullseye on a large base ship? Well, I mean, if you're keeping your arc in front, then it seems pretty good.
And safe with the two evades there. Boba Fett does have a shot. Will have a reroll because of the Zealot at range 0.
That is correct.
Probably going to shoot at blue just because that's the one that has a shot on Dengar.
And it's the one that's unobstructed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they were both unobstructed, actually.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
I guess I was wrong. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I had to rotate my camera. But yeah. Yeah, blue is the safer call, though.
Reroll and Maul makes it 2 hits.
Easy. Live and die by the dice, man.
And we are going to go ahead and close the bets. We are at 50-50 right now, Ryan. Have not seen that before since we started this new system. Perfectly balanced as all things should.
I'm really interested on this return volley. What Akhter decides to do.
All right. Now I did close the bets before. I see there was another slew of people trying to throw in bets. Unfortunately, we're in the engagement.
Oh, rough.
Whiff.
That was blue with the tractor, I believe. Oh!
Okay.
Gotta spend it. Gotta spend it. Who spent it? That was on Gargor. So, you know, that's good. Stripping that token feels really good.
All right, and we have one of the tractor beam Seeks taking a chance.
This is the other tractor Seek now firing. That'll be 2, unless he decides to hold it. I think it'll be 2. Oh, yep, that'll tractor him. He doesn't have that token anymore. And people saying that he's not spending them, he is. He's just not converting the dice in the dice tray.
Right.
I'm sure they're communicating in their live chat.
Yep.
And what he'll do is he'll probably pull Gargor forward, right?
Yep, got pulled forward. That's why he has some other shots coming in. And if you could just get rid of that tech right away, that
yeah, exactly.
that helps.
28 points that you just don't have to worry about. Then focus the rest of your list on other things. got a really nice shot. So you got 2 ion shots and the Zealous attacking.
All right. And got the evade, but he's still taking 1. Shield down. Plinking away. And the crit is Hull Breach.
Ooh, these ions now. So now if each of these ions hit, Gargoyle's dead.
All right, and hit crit.
Yep, that's one hit, and that will be a crit because of that Hull Breach.
Yep.
Correct, Dion?
Yes.
Structural
damage.
Oh man, that feels bad.
It's down to 2 agility.
Man, the Sikhs are like, look at me, I have mangler cannons now.
And this red M38 is an ion cannon. Probably fires it at range 2 to have 3 dice because 1 more hit on Gargor will take him out.
Versus 1 because of the structural.
Yep. Got
so
1 hit.
Gargor only gets a single die here. Oh man, this is big roll. Big roll. And he gets it.
Got it. Invade.
Wow.
Squiggle McWiggles.
Wow. Now Gargor gets to return fire.
All right. It gets an opportunity to do something at initiative 0.
And you know what? This is just big for next round too, because once it's going to be hard to get that last damage on Gargor. That feels really rough. So unlikely there that he stays alive.
And gonna go ahead and choose a target.
Akhter's got to be so mad that Gargor is still on the table.
Oh yeah. The dice giveth and taketh away. Hit crit. Gargor coming back with a vengeance.
Oh my gosh, Gargor.
And did he deal damage there?
You get a crit through.
And the crit on the Zealous Recruit is a Panic Pilot. Double stress. Gargor coming in with a vengeance.
What is going on?
Whoo. All right. Well, double stress there is bad.
Man, Akhter, have you tried rolling dice better? My goodness. Wow. What a turn.
Ooh. All right. So now that engagement is over, I didn't want to do this earlier. We're going to go ahead and flip to the other side of the table so that we can see better. We have the technology so that we can do that. So let's go over there. There we go. Now the bets will still be for the original positions, just so you guys know. Don't freak out. So when Johnny flips the sides, and which, oh, look at that, like a pro already did it. You know, don't get confused. You guys are good. All right, but now we can see what's going on.
Hey Dion, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Have you ever tried building a house out of cardboard?
Out of cardboard? Actually, yes, kind of.
Structurally inefficient, isn't it? Just not as strong and durable as what you'd expect out of certain other substances, right? Like, like, what would you rather have? Would you rather carry around everything you own forever in a box made out of cardboard, or something more durable such as acrylic? Would you riddle me this? Would you rather have, you know, cardboard in your life or acrylic in your life?
You know, I am Team Acrylic.
Me too.
And you know what? It's easier to become Team Acrylic. And why is that, Ryan?
Because you can go to curledpawcreatives.com. You know, the three little pigs, if they had to choose between cardboard houses and acrylic houses, you know what their choice would be. And if they went to Curled Paw Creatives to get some tokens for all their gaming needs, they could get 20% off, Dion. Using what code?
Space Jam 2020 for 20% off. You can get the link to the shop by typing !CPC in the chat.
Yep, that's what we're talking about. So, back to the game. I said back to the game.
So now that Gargor actually gets to live, we might get an opportunity to use his ability. What maneuver do you think has the best chances of actually ending? I mean, is he going to try to block the teal protectorate? Maybe the M3As? What do you think?
Listen, I don't know.
Oh, but what I do know he's ionized, though. He's ionized. He has to go one straight.
Yeah. So, what I do know is that ion token could be an acrylic ion token.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, so the Gargor is ioned, right?
Yep.
So he's just doing a one straight. So Akhter actually feels pretty good about being able to avoid that bump this turn. He's got the flexibility to not get bumped by Gargor if he really wants to. The problem is maybe he does want to be bumped and he just will fire at Dengar instead. I think you maybe just ignore Gargor this round, take the bump, whatever, and all guns, bring them all to bear on Dengar.
God, you miss seeing an ion token and 400 people look at you and go, idiot.
You dumb fool.
That's right. They're doubling down. He's ionized, Dion.
We know he's ionized.
That's right.
A digitally acrylic token.
Which, for all of you out there, you guys see those Curled Paw Creative designs being used here on our stream. They are exclusive to GSP, and get that Curled Paw flavor.
Nom 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 nom. As we mentioned earlier in the cast, acrylic tastes better than cardboard.
It does.
Asterisk: do not eat acrylic or cardboard. The M3As have a one forward, right? You can just do one forwards with both of them?
They do not. Two forward is the slowest.
I guess that's fine.
They're probably going to bank, I'm assuming. I mean, you just don't want to end up at range 0 of any of them. You can avoid it all. I missed the ion, so big dummy I am.
Like I said, it looks like he's just like totally avoiding Gargor, which is fine. Like, whatever. I'll come back to you later.
I'm being bullied by the chat. I
Guys,
got hard turn.
The more you bully Dion, the more points you get. Wait,
it's kind of true because they're active in the chat.
It's because it's technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
Now, with the one turns here, you're giving your side up to Gargor. Like, you're giving Gargor a shot. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get the banks.
Well, I mean,
but it also set up the K turn for Boba Fett.
And the Zealot that he's got could kill Gargor as well. Not likely, but he could.
Okay. So we had the 2 turn to the left from that Zealous recruit, yellow. So that clears a stress. And barrel roll focus is staying in the way of Boba Fett, which is a great way to keep Boba Fett out the fight while you deal with Dengar.
Yeah. Boba clears, though.
Nice. Was
cleared.
able to jump over and did overlap the obstacle, though.
He did, so no action. Hey, Dion, I just want to make sure you knew that Gargor was ionized last round, right?
Why you bully?
I just wanted to double check. I just need to be absolutely certain.
The token wasn't big enough. You know what would have helped? If it was Curled Paw Creative's giant tokens available for sale. Use coupon code SpaceJam2020.
If you go to curledpawcreatives.com, you can, guys, listen. I can't emphasize this enough. If you need something made out of acrylic, anything at all, don't ask Curled Paw for anything because he only has game tokens right now. But if enough people want something, maybe they'll have it in stock. Listen, if you want an acrylic fork, if you want like an acrylic basketball, I don't think they'll do that for you, but they could, and that's the point.
You could pay them to try. They do custom orders.
Oh yeah, acrylic Ryan and Dion statues. I'm in. Let's get acrylic Dion silhouettes.
Oh, you guys are ridiculous. You know, the funny thing is I could order that. I couldn't be like...
You could. You could.
All right, well, here we go. Dengar, range 1. Going into a target.
No Han Gunner on this Dengar, just so you guys know.
Three hits.
Pretty good, eh?
Rolling the evade, and going to be taking 1.
Two, right? Oh, no, he rolled 2. Got it. So 1 shield. It's an okay trade. Boba going after the guy behind him, or...
Hit, crit. Reroll, because Boba Fett... Oh, Boba!
Oh, clench!
No Concordia for that...
Yeah.
That...
Yep.
Taking
So
hit crit.
My goodness. And the crit is fuel leak. Could be worse. Still not good. Could be worse.
So that's half
Now,
points now.
Be careful of your
21 to 14. Enno getting on the board. All right, here we go. So no shot there for orange.
That feels bad. I don't think blue's gonna have a shot either. Okay, this gotta be going into Gargor, right? Has to be.
Yeah, I mean, probably. But Boba Fett's trained.
Boba is also very tempting, right?
Yeah, he's down to 1 agility. I think I would take the shot. It's a good opportunity.
Right. Sure, you're letting Gargor have a shot there, but that Boba's juicy, and you're behind a little bit. I think you have to take that shot.
All right, and he's going at Gargor.
Mr. Gargor.
All right, 3 hits. There you go. Just roll netties.
Oh, he's got the structural.
And taking
Fine.
1. Guaranteed.
guaranteed because of the structural.
Wrecked.
Still can't believe you rolled 2 evades though. Wow.
So there's nobody at range 0 of Gargor, so the ability never triggers there.
But Boba and Dengar are full, and Akhter's only gotten 28 points.
True that, but Enno hasn't scored back. You know, hasn't gotten back more than 28. He only has 21 right now, so you have to see if he can make it matter.
Gargor did his job.
Soaking up the damage. And here we go. Here is the pink M3A going into Dengar at range 1. Pink M3A is the tractor beam. We'll probably just be firing the primary. Spends the focus for 2.
Yeah, really interesting that he's going to just say, you know what, I'll take some shots. Give me more shots.
Taking them both on Dengar. 2 shields down. All right. What shots are left for Akhter? I think the red M3A is up, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Sorry, Gian, what happened there? I missed it.
There was 2 shields down.
Okay.
Dengar blanked out, and now we're just waiting for the next ship to attack.
So Dengar is not returning fire then?
I guess, yeah, Dengar has a choice.
I think he's trying to decide who he wants to attack against. If it's going to be red or purple. And they're both full, but it's just...
Well, Enno has shown that he'd prefer to shoot an ion cannon one rather than the tractor one, because it's hard. It's pretty hard to tractor a large base ship. Because the tokens don't stick around. So he might be waiting around to see if red fires at him, because that's his preferred target. He already showed that.
But don't... I'm sorry, I can't remember. I don't know the rules. I don't know how to play X-Wing. You don't lose the agility unless you have 3 tractor tokens?
Correct.
Or
so
what?
You knew. Nope, 3. You need 3.
Right.
And here is... So he did not take the shot back. Here is range 1 primary from the M3A.
Confused how he's rolling them.
It was an accident. It looked like he rolled 1. So he only 1 potential if he spends the focus.
He is going to spend the focus.
I'm really confused as to what's happening right now.
This is what's happening.
It looks like he's rolling. Oh wait, that was Dengar. That was Dengar firing back.
Ugh, that hurts. It's a hit crit.
And spends a focus for hit crit into the red Seek, who's already lost a shield, so that's going to be... Could die if there's a double damage in there. Oh no, it was hit crit. There wasn't 3. So yeah, should be a flipped card though.
Disabled power regulator.
All right, so that's before you engage, gain an ion token. That ship did already engage, so we'll have an opportunity to execute a maneuver, but then we'll be locked down next turn. Do M3As have 5Ks?
You got me. This is why I can figure this out. Don't tell me. I have the internet. I'm using yet another squad builder, which now has a tagging feature in it. So you can tag your squads and update your pre-points change squads to current if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Stephen Kim. Rate those. They do have a 5K. So
Excellent.
Yeah, that guy's probably doing a 5K.
Mr. Rocker Crocker, I'm sure if you ask, you shall receive.
I don't know if Knuckles is... I don't know if Curlpot Creatives has a laser cutter big enough for a 2-foot by 2-foot focus token. You can certainly ask.
You might be able to just do it in pieces, you know?
Ooh, yeah, like make them like puzzle pieces and assemble them later.
A collapsible.
Why don't we do it? Okay, I got a question, Dion. Why aren't we sending the winners of each of this tournament 1/4 of a token that can be combined together into one token? That's the real play. It's just the puzzle pieces.
So you want me to do an Infinity Gauntlet tournament series?
Yes,
is what you're looking for?
That's exactly it for the Chaddest token. That's it.
That's actually an interesting idea. I will take that into advisement.
Perfect. That's what I'm here for, Dion. I say enough junk, and eventually you're like, wait a minute, don't throw that out. Don't throw that in the trash. Come back here. Let me look at that.
Grimwolf03 says, I need a neon GSP helmet light up sign. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. You got the funds for that, right?
I mean, I have no idea how to get it. Where would I even start? Get a custom neon sign?
I don't know. The internet's a good place.
Anybody out there?
You could get a giant acrylic Gold Squadron sign at curlbotcreatives.com.
You're right. Just put lights behind that.
Maybe it needs to be a Gold Squadron helmet, the Infinity helmet. Maybe that's what you need to do.
The Infinity helmet series.
That's pretty cool. Actually, honestly, the Infinity helmet is a really cool name for a tournament series.
I got ideas now.
You got so many ideas. We're just talking about all kinds of things here.
People in the chat are saying that a neon sign would be quite costly. Are we talking about like 3 digits, 4 digits,
8 digits?
I'm out. I'm out on 8 digits.
Out on 8 digits.
I would consider it in the 3-digit range.
I'm sure someone in the X-Wing community knows how to make a giant neon sign. You see, this is dangerous having me commentate this many games in a row because I stopped being professional. Yeah, the K turns from the Sikhs here are what's expected. And I wonder, I'm really curious to see what Dengar does here.
All right, so here we got the K turns, and this is what I was talking about. You know, by being able to K turn that red one before the ion triggers, you're at least going to be pointed in the right direction right now.
The you can do the one forward next.
Yep. You get a. It's a bonus. It's a feature. You get a one straight. You don't have one of those normally.
Exactly, one straight blue. It's great. If he's still alive, I mean, who knows? I really like what someone's saying in the chat. You just get a gauntlet, and then you have a slot the same size as a token. You can put one of each token type in it. You get like magnetic tokens or something. I mean, that's really cool.
You guys are ridiculous.
It's incredible.
All right. Oh, interesting. Trying to block the 4K?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see if he can actually pull it off.
Huh.
The sloop, though. That left sloop is what I'm worried about.
I'm not convinced that the 4K is blocked.
I'm not convinced by anything.
So Boba Fett.
Now Boba does kind of want to do a blue to get rid of that strain token at some point. Oh, there it is.
One bank right there. That clears a strain. Looking range 1.
Ugh, God. Does not look great for Akhter at the moment. But here's the thing. If he can kill Dengar, did take 2 shields off of him.
Ooh. 2 left in the pocket.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wow. Rip yellow. Incredible move there by Enno.
Man. So good. And that that range 1 shot from Dengar. Is he going to spend the focus? He is. 3 hits looking at that Zealous Recruit. And Concordia says, I'm fine. And we'll be able to retaliate another range 1 shot at him. We got it. He did spend the focus, right, Ryan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Oh, hit, crit, Boba Fett into that Fang.
That's
this
bad.
One's going to hurt.
That's not great. Especially because he has a fuel leak.
Oh, he's dead.
Toast.
Rip.
Rip. F's in the chat, guys.
And, you know, I know Akhter's probably sweating just a little bit. Yeah, he's gotten to the top 4 twice before. Has
He
not.
should be sweating a lot. He's letting me down.
Did you tell him personally?
Akhter.
All right. This range 1 shot is in. That's a tractor beam. Probably just go ahead and fire the primary.
Yeah. Shoot 3 dice.
And
that's pretty good.
Spend the focus for 3. Seems solid. Might be able to get half right here.
He's going to blank out, right?
Takes 2.
Yep.
That's a shield and a card. And he's 1 away from half.
Akhter's only lost that 1 ship so far.
This is going to be another primary shot. 2 dice. No mods on this one. Pink into Dengar. Range 2. 2 on 2. Whiffs.
Rough.
Red's turn.
With the ion.
Yeah, probably just throws the 3 dice just to have 3 dice.
Yeah, and try and get 1 damage.
Yep. And if you get the ion to stick, you know, the red token does stick around. And 1.
1.
And 1. All right.
Really rough. So Dengar is facing the wrong way, but he's got plenty of room to execute a 4K next turn. Not stressed, right? Which is what I think we'll see him do. Boba Fett could do a 3 Talon here, maybe. Boba has to be a little bit careful about being so hard in this corner here, though. But I would not be surprised to see maybe Boba do a 1 hard to the left. Well, just give himself options. That Slave 1 gives him tons of maneuverability control.
It really does. So, we have the final. After this, the players may or may not take a break. It is optional. I'll leave it up to the players whether they want or not, because I know some people are probably going to ask. We have 30 minutes still left in this round, and I do think we're going to use every single one of those 30 minutes, unless one of them concedes. I don't think these players don't seem like the conceding type. So just be aware of that. We'll do the best to give you guys an estimate, and I'll keep you guys live as I talk to the players and figure out what they want to do, whoever is going to be in the final. And let's go ahead. I'm going to take a quick peek to see, I mean, is there any way that the other game is finished already? Oh, no, they're still going. They're still going.
Just for our listeners, what do we have going on in that other game, Dion? Just so everyone has an idea.
In that other game is Captain Sebastian versus Wauta, and the list are we had Rexler Brath and Darth Vader. sitting with a pretty healthy bid, versus the identical list, Ryan. It is Rack with Admiral Sloan, Darth Vader, 000, BT-1 Dauntless. Again. So Captain Sebastian needs to do it twice in order to have a chance. And I'm like, I didn't put that game on stream because it would have been the same thing. There might have, and I wanted to provide variety. Though I would love to have been a fly on the wall for that game to see if how Andrew would have changed his approach.
Interesting.
Man, we have a lot of points on the line for this. Thank you to everybody who participates in our Choose Your Champion betting. We have 341,000 points on the line for this one. One thing it does not show me, it doesn't show me how many points were put on each side. I just know that it's about 50. It's actually 0.7% more towards Enno, just barely, but practically 50-50.
I think Octa's Panic Pilot needs to be flipped down now, too.
Yes.
Smart play with that Zealous recruit.
Can you guys hear my irritation? They're still doing the fireworks. It's Sunday night. Children are sleeping. I'm getting mad.
So we have a bump there with blue.
Oh, it's Saturday night? It's Saturday. It's Sunday in Australia. I'm on Australian time.
We got the Ion for red here. A little self bump action.
And we'll execute the one forward. There it is. And does bump.
So no action, no focus.
That looked like it was just barely a bump.
Yeah, really close there.
So Octa's going to be missing a couple of tokens that he probably would love to have.
No doubt. No doubt.
Corp Reddick, you got me. All right. So Boba Fett reveals the maneuver, doing the one turn, is continuing to track down Orange. Could fire at Orange, but Orange has an evade. You probably just go at Blue, who might also be at range 1 and is unmodded.
Big yikes. Big yikes.
Takes the focus there. And Dengar 4 straight, saying no thank you. I don't want to stay at range 1.
Do the kitty turn, which I find really interesting. Guess trying to hold those points. He can probably come back around another turn.
Mm-hmm. And this Dengar does not have Contraband Cybernetics. You're used to having Contraband on there to get that free turnaround essentially, and not gonna happen. Might see a 4K from Dengar next turn though. Just get a little more distance. All right, Dengar, Boba Fett, did he have, let's see, what number is this one? This is number 2. It is at range 1. You did definitely fire at the blue one, right? With no mods?
I think you do. unless you want to kill red, right?
Yeah. Oh, and he is going at blue, range 1. He's got a couple of rerolls.
I mean, this should be 4 hits. I mean, it might not. I mean, a really good chance. 2 rerolls.
Oh, here we go. Roll it, and yeah.
Spend that force. Hit, crit, crit.
Hit.
Big.
And still has a focus and a couple rerolls for defense.
Can he get the natties?
Whoa. Oh. Takes
almost.
Hit crit. And blue's going to be at half points.
He really wishes he could have maybe gotten the evade there. Was spinning. Direct. All right.
Oh, down to 1.
Wow.
Down to 1.
Punished. Something that's possible, however, very unlikely, is that red ionizes Boba this turn.
That's right. I think that's why Boba took that focus for the defense here.
Very unlikely. Because you need to get 3 natty hits, and then Boba would have to super blank out. So no. But that's certainly potential risk. Not anymore, but yeah, he's fine. Oh, maybe that could have been the ion shot. Nope, that was the red probably.
Yeah, shooting. You got it. That was the red ion cannon.
Yeah. Maybe we would have considered shooting with pink first.
Try to strip the focus.
Or get the agility down for the ion shot, right?
Yeah, I mean it's so. I mean, I guess you do have a focus. You would have had to get 2 of them through.
Range 2, right? So you'd only be rolling those 2 dice.
But he's got 2. I mean, maybe.
I mean, you got a chance. Like, you have the focus. You get 3. There's nothing he can do about it at that point. Then it's only 3 dice that he's rolling against your ion shot. Like I said, unlikely, but you always want to give yourself the best chance you can.
I think he actually is firing with the tractor beam. He got 2. He's going to re-roll 1.
I mean, tractoring... Oh, I see the opposite here. Tractoring has the same effect as you can tractor him forward.
Yeah.
Duh. So either ion or tractor is bad for Boba Fett there.
But does not hit.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. But that could have been a game-changing moment, right?
Oh, yeah, big time. And the Zealous Recruit does have a range 3 shot obstructed onto Dengar, trying to get half points here. Dengar does have a focus. And
no
safe.
Problem. No problem at all.
Now, I'm being asked a rather odd question in the chat, Ryan. They're asking, is mayonnaise an instrument? I don't understand the reference. I don't know if it's in reference to something.
No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish isn't an instrument either. It's from SpongeBob. Come on, my dude. Get your life together.
I don't watch the Bob. Okay, I don't watch.
Bob?
I don't watch SpongeBob, man. I listen. I didn't grow up with cable. Okay, I couldn't watch SpongeBob because I never was able to watch SpongeBob.
Sorry, all I hear are excuses. You're an adult with the internet, aren't you?
I'm not gonna waste my time going back and watching old SpongeBob videos.
Well, I don't understand why you're not doing that.
Because I'm busy making content for our YouTube channel and our Twitch channel.
I think the chat would be incredibly fine with you leaving us for the next 20 minutes and instead watching Band Geeks SpongeBob episode.
The chat is disappointed.
Yeah, as a musician, you'd have to watch that episode. God. Look at the chat. Everyone's agreeing with me. They know culture when they see it.
I'm sorry. I've let you down. I'll make an apology video that has lots of ads in it. I'll make sure to do that. That's what millennial YouTubers do, right? I mean,
that's what YouTubers do, right? They create their apology videos to get the ad revenue.
Yep. Like controversy and then apology. You just flip them back and forth.
Incredible. Poor Akhter, getting so close so many times. It's not over yet, but man, he's got an uphill battle.
That's right, 71 to 28. The chance that Akhter does have is the fact that both Boba Fett and Dengar, well, actually, Boba Fett specifically is super thick. It's 107 points. Dengar's really slim at 60. If you can get Dengar, that would score you an additional 60 points, which would put you at 88 and leave you ahead. But what's the likeliness that you have all your ships still around after doing that? It's pretty low.
Very low.
Enno has the high ground, as they like to say.
I just think that Akhter needs to decide he can't win in infinite time, but he could possibly do that thing where you get ahead just on that final turn and win, right? Mm-hmm. If he plays it right. It's really tough because you have to like deny Fett shots, kill Dengar, and get a bunch on Fett. The only hope he could have is Dengar is really out of the fight. He could potentially be going for getting tractor ions to get Boba off the board, who's in a dangerous position.
True that. This is definitely an uphill battle. Our winning lists for Space Jam, we did have one of them was Boba Dengar, was Timo Lars. Last week we had that Separatist Droid Swarm, which I was talking about Rodrigo earlier. He's from Brazil. That was where our other champion is from. And then Will used Imperial Aces. So we've had an Imperial win, a Separatist win, and a Scum win. It looks like from... Just going to take a peek over here. There's a good chance... I mean, we're going to have a repeat no matter what, because we have Empire and Scum in there. Rebels, Republic, First Order, all sleepy. Resistance got close last week during LA.
People are reminding us that there is the rotate option when tractored, so it makes it even harder to like put someone in the position to tractor them off the board.
Yes, absolutely. All right. The Cartel Spacer number 3 did attempt the bank left, but did bump. That was the red one.
A lot of shots here on Dengar or on Boba Fett potentially.
I mean, but this is where he loves living. This is home for him.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. He'll probably kill red here, but 2 return fire shots. So
we got the sloop from Dengar, but now he's angled the wrong way. Will not have any shots.
Good boost by Akhter. Good spot for his recruit to be. Interesting choice. We'll see where Boba decides to fire. Could kill red or blue here potentially. And I think he goes after red.
Yep,
yeah,
and it is. And red has only 2 hull left, and has no actions.
Akhter needs red to live here. Needs it.
And that's 2 hits.
Okay.
Has plenty of rerolls. Gets to try again.
All right.
That is a blank.
Got the fearless.
Fearless. 4 hits.
I think he spent force, right? Yeah.
He sure did. Yeah. For a single focus modifier. Yeah.
And he's again. Can he get it?
1 out the box.
Hard. Not gonna matter.
Gone. Rip.
So dead. Red dead. F's in the chat for red.
And for half of your points. Half of the people's points. All right, so continuing to climb there, 86 to 28. Enno taking that commanding position. All right, let's see what can be done to Dengar here from the teal. Protectorate. It's a range 2 shot. Here we go. Oh, hit, crit. Dengar is going to be taking at least a crit.
Hit, crit.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Let's see. Disabled power regulator.
All right, so but you know what though? Disable our power regulators after you engage. You take an ion. I don't think we have 3 turns left in this game.
Yeah. Either. So
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Either Dengar will be dead or the game will be over.
Mm-hmm.
See if 2 Seeks can do anything.
Couple of range 1 shots. Boba Fett still has a focus and 3 rerolls available. So
I think you try and... Do one of these have an ion? I think you try an ion Fett, if you can. Deny him some shots, go after Dengar.
So deciding on what weapon we're going to use. We'll find out. If it's 4 dice, we know it's an ion cannon. If it's 3, it's the primary. And it looks like primary. That'll be 2 after the focus.
Fett has a real good shot at getting 2, though.
And
without any help. My goodness.
Like that? That seemed pretty solid.
Yeah, it seems good, eh? I believed in you, Akhter. I was your biggest supporter.
All right. Another range 1 shot here. This is coming in from orange. This is the ion cannon. And hit, crit.
So it might get 1 shield off of him. Reroll that. So he'll get 1 shield. No ion tokens.
Blink. This is, but Brian, this is the first damage. The first damage to happen on Boba Fett so late in the game. Hurts.
Hurts donut.
Ah, I see what you did there. Donuts are delicious.
Would you eat a pickle donut?
No. Why would you? That is blasphemy. Why would you even make that?
What if you pickled a donut?
Sacrilegious. I'm out.
You're out? All right. Well, I tried. You notice like the difference that Gargor makes in this squad, because Akhter had to focus just 2 rounds on him. And that really makes all the difference, because those shots could have been going into Dengar instead, or could have been going into Fett. It's just a really interesting call saying, you know what? I don't need all the extra stuff on Dengar. I don't need the proton torpedoes or all these other things. Gargor fits that niche so much like differently.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 dice gun is enough with punishing 1. You get the double taps for a couple turns, and it really made the difference. Yeah, Octacon's list, even though it's at initiative 1, is an alpha strike list. It really is. Yeah. The way it functions.
Now, I would say the dice variance has probably been not in Octa's favor in this game. Got a lot of natural crits rolled by Enno here, but in general, it's tough that I really think the turning point in the game was not getting Gargor off the table in that first round. Like, that feels, just having to worry about that positioning there, that space being taken up. He couldn't take a nice, juicy, strained range 1 shot at Boba. Instead, had to use it to take out Gargor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Dengar's taken 3 damage, so he should... Yep, so he's at 3 hull left. Excellent. 10 minutes left in the round. I suspected we'd have 2 rounds left in this.
Probably.
matchup. I want to remind again that we might have a break after this one. And after the final, we might have bonus time, just depending on how I'm feeling. And what we did yesterday is we did a marble race, and the winner of the marble race and I played. There were some stipulations, like you should only enter the marble race if you were available to play with the parameters that I set out. But should be good.
Dion, I do not think I will be able to commentate this final match with you.
Rip.
Rip.
Because his girlfriend calling him, that's why.
Whoa. Let's
that's right.
Let's not
Called you out.
Let's not jump to any hasty conclusions, my friend. Let's not call me out.
That's fine. It's all right. I see how it is. Spaceships before relationships, Ryan. I'm just saying. Okay.
You know what, Dion? I could be doing something not related to anything at all. Maybe I just am going to bed.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm sleepy.
True. Alrighty. Let's go. I do appreciate you hanging out with me today, Ryan.
You're my favorite person, Dion. I could have more than one favorite person.
I was about to say Devin's my favorite person. You're definitely in the top tier though. Top tier.
You're in tier S.
Ooh.
S for squadron. Super squadron.
Nice. All right, so we had Boba Fett do that 3 bank. That turnout, and now Dengar's just trying to do some cleanup now. Did end up bumping, so no actions, and trying to shoot at blue, maybe clear a token, and then possibly do some damage on the retaliation. Unless, of course, you just kill blue right here and get the initiative kill.
I like Akhter's positioning, though.
And that's hit crit.
Blue's fine. It's fine. He's fine.
Keep believing, Ryan.
He's fine.
He's fine, Natties, baby. There we go.
Fine.
Boba Fett out the back into orange.
He's fine.
So looking for the rerolls. Looks like he's got a couple because of blue. Blue is in range 1 as well. But Dengar didn't, Boba Fett did not have the shot on him, I don't believe, so he's going at orange.
I just want to, everyone keep in mind here the positioning. There's 6 minutes left. Oh, okay. He's probably going to deal half to orange, but there's a chance that Akhter can pull this out here.
Natties?
There's a chance.
Oh, there's a chance.
There's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance.
So not losing any points there. Okay, so
yeah.
Does blue just not shoot this turn?
I mean, here's the thing. If he can kill Dengar in the final round and not lose anything else, he wins. Now, I mean, like there's 6 minutes left. It's like super
he would get 30 points, which would bring him up to 88. It would be by 2 points.
By 2 points. I said earlier, maybe it's one of those games where you're like, you squeak ahead just at like the right time, you know? And then, you know, you're probably not going to be able to tractor beam Boba, but like, you can still try. He's just doing 2 dice here.
Yep. All right, here's blue. Oh, man, I don't know if I would shoot with blue.
I mean, you got to make a choice. I mean, you got to believe at this point. I think you have to shoot with blue.
All right. He's doing it. Here's the primary. Oh, 1 hit.
Just one. So sad.
It's got it. If it does damage, it's worth it. Ooh. All right. Okay. Now, you didn't have to spend your focus, so you have a chance to not take damage again.
He got a shot.
Ooh, baby. Retaliation. Here we go.
Yeah, no mods for Dengar, though.
Average is only 1 hit on 3 dice. We'll see what comes up. And you got 2.
Oh, hit crit. All right.
You do have a focus, though.
Dice luck here.
Enno is probably fist pumping right now. Woo, got it. Because that locks the game. That's it.
I mean, it was unlikely anyway, but the tiniest hope has just fizzled.
Because you went from you're saying there's a chance to going no.
Yeah, there's not a chance now, but there was before.
That's right. Because you just zoom with Boba Fett away.
Yeah, there's just you can't, it's just impossible now. Like, you don't have the time to get the points you need.
And Dengar's move does not matter. He would receive an Ion token right now, but again, it's irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
What is this shot? What am I missing?
Ooh, blank out though. I think it's an Ion from Orange.
Ah, yeah, from downtown.
So,
yes.
Dengar. So Dengar has 1 left. God, if Blue had lived there was a real super unlikely, because Fett can still do the 1 forward boost, right? Like, be incredibly dangerous. But at least there was a non-0% chance that Akhter had a chance to maybe pull a rabbit out of his hat.
Right.
But instead, we've got the bridesmaid Akhter continuing to let me down.
So close.
He lost me so many points, Dion.
All right. Well, I'm sorry that he lost you all your points, but we do have a winner in our other game. It was Wauta. So we're going to have Dengar, Boba Fett, and Gargor versus Rack and 4 Academy TIE Fighters for our final.
Man, Gargor is going to be real frustrating for those TIE Fighters. That's all I'll say. Oh, and Dion, I actually can commentate the finals.
What? 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 Why the change? What happened? You all of a sudden weren't tired anymore?
No, because I thought today was Sunday. It's Saturday. All
right. I mean, I got confused with the days of the week, and then you got confused with the days of the week. I mean, technically.
No, I thought because you said it was Sunday, and I forgot. It's been in my head. But it's not Sunday. It's Sunday in Australia, right?
It is Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. I'm confused.
Time zones are not
I'm looking
helping.
at my phone right now. What day is it? I don't understand. It is still Saturday. We are living in the Saturday. They're playing in Sunday. Time zone magic, baby.
Well, it's not having to go to work makes days not feel real.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And Boba Fett zooms out of there. I mean, this game is... It's over. It's all over.
I mean, Akhter can try and kill Dengar for, some pride, right?
Pride is good. Pride is good. Gold Squadron podcast, you are 8 minutes from Sunday. Yes. Yes, I am. All right.
I bet Akhter just has a dartboard of Boba Fett and Dengar, and he just, throws darts at it every day. He's having a bad time.
Akhter's at home look at all my top cut prizes. Look at all these belts I don't have, though.
This is where I put a belt. If I had one.
That's right.
That's a joke you won't understand either. Shouts to the millennials.
Sunset Cyber, we have not given away the Naboo Starfighter because we are 20 subs away from doing it. And, oh, 3 hits and a crit coming from Akhter. Got some anger.
He is angry. Where was that earlier?
He just didn't believe earlier. All right, well, that is the game. Thank you so much to both of our players.
Ooh.
Great game.